But I don't want no tea. It gives me a headache.
Oh, what shall we have then?
Coffee.
Hey everyone, been working on the sub. I wanted to make a video because I'm so anxious right now. It has to do with all the delicate parts and all the little things I've been doing. I think my last video I showed you how I was weathering everything and I was using dry brushing and all that stuff. Since then, I've put on the rust stains. You don't see them from the camera, but they're there. I didn't do a whole lot. I just did a good amount. I'm not going to like I said before, I'm not going to super weather this, but I've got rust stains on all the holes and other things like that. Got them on the con tower. Tonight was a busy night for me. That's why I'm kind of anxious, is because I had to finish up some stuff on the con tower. I put on, as you can see, I put on the periscopes and I glued them from underneath. I had to be very, very careful. I cut them off. They were longer. They were supposed to go through the hole. And do that, but because of the way it matched up, I couldn't do that, so I cut them off short and I glued them in with Model Master glue. So they're in. I'm on to dry overnight. I've detailed this thing the best I want. I've painted the lights green and red, depending depending on what side they're supposed to be on. I forget which port and whatever. I have it in the book. I'm sorry. I'm so screwed up right now. I'm so scared because I'm afraid I want to break something, but at the same time I want to get this done. The backlight was supposed to be white, but I painted it silver and put a clear coat on it. I have run the rigging with the Easy Line. I use the Easy Line stuff I was telling you all about. I did the rigging here. Let me show you. It goes from the it comes from the pole that's going to shoot down to the torpedo holder. I've already ran the rigging from that back from here to there, and that turned out really nice. I was very happy. That Easy Line worked great. Put a drop of super glue on the end, hold it in place, let it go. Go ahead and measure the length, or just hold it with the tweezers to where the length is. Cut it back with a pair of scissors about 2 to 3, 4 millimeters back. Put a drop of glue on, stretch it, hold it, and it stays. And this stuff is really cool. Tomorrow I plan on. I'm coming down to the point where the scared of the most is I'm going to have to do the torpedo holder, and that's the most fragile part of all. I kind of want to get everything else done before then, so I would need to run the rigging from this here on this part down to this railing, and from here back to the back of the sub. I'm going to run it from here to here and let it hang loose. Same thing on the other side. Same thing on the front on this part right here with the rigging. I got to put a piece of Easy Line in there, and then just let it go full length. I'm not going to cut. I'm going to cut it extra long, and then I've got to get that stuff before I mount this down on the main sub. I've already scraped the paint loose. I don't know if you can see it from here. I already scraped the paint loose from where this is going to sit down, so it has a good adhesion. I'm going to use Model Master glue again, all in the empty areas there, but more towards the inner edge. So when I plop this down, it will squish the glue and hold it in place. So let that dry. I'm going to mount the AA gun before that. That thing is so tiny. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to release it from here very carefully, and loose this. Let my forceps here, or the clamp here, just let it real careful lay down. I'm going to take some blue tack you get from Walmart or wherever. It's that sticky stuff, but it doesn't leave any residue. I'm going to take a piece of that on a toothpick, pick it up with that, put it right down in here. I'll put a little bit of Model Master glue down in there. I'll take a toothpick with a AA gun, and I'll just set it right down in there, and hopefully it'll adhere. Then I'll go from underneath and I'll dab some glue down in there, and that should help hold it in place. After I do all that, I can mount this thing down. Oh, one thing I did tonight too is I did this is the bracket that comes down. I don't know if I said this or not before. Anyway, that gluing that piece of wire and that little bracket on to hold the cables for the torpedo was a pain. I'm having to move the top bracket, which I already had painted by accident. I've tried to scrape the paint off of it with an X-Acto knife without breaking it. It worked. I did it. So I put wiped instant glue over everything, Gorilla Glue, instant glue all over everything around the joints and everything, kind of smoothed it out, made it really super strong. So wish me luck. Tomorrow's going to be a big day for me. I've got so much work to do to get this con tower down on there. It'll work out. I just got to take my time. But I'm in this anxiety mode. I'm like, will I break something? Will I not? I shouldn't if I'm just careful. But I've got all this planning to do. And so I'm just like this right now. I just need to talk it out. So wish me luck, everybody, because it's coming down to the point where I'm just like, I need to have this done. Not tomorrow's Saturday. I need to have it done by the following Saturday. That's our model meeting. I want to get it done for that. It's our Christmas meeting, and I want to show everybody that I've finally finished it. So, but I'm happy with what's going on so far. Like I see, I put the tape down to protect it, and if I glue anything or do anything, it'll hit the paper, won't ruin my nice, beautiful wood stand. And I got everything mounted down, as you can see. It's sturdy. I'm not worried about that at all. So just with this on here, it makes me feel a lot better because it's stiff, rigid, and I'm a whole lot better. Other than that, weathering's done, everything else is done. So now it's just assembling, gluing down. Any glossy spots that'll appear, I will use the model VIIC matte varnish. I already did a couple spots where shiny parts appear where I put glue on, and I will use that to hide any shiny parts. That's easy to do. Drop, dab it on with a brush, and no problem. All right, well, that's it. Thanks for listening. I'll get back to you and let you know how things are going.